Just interested in your thoughts in the first instance on what Mr. Sachs was saying, you know, the trajectory and timeline for a federal level set of rules on AI.
It's great to be with you, Ed. Yeah, I think what David had kind of stated yesterday makes a lot of sense. A patchwork of regulations across 50 states is not a sustainable structure in a global competitive technology race. I think as a builder and somebody who has sat inside of government, I can confidently say what we need right now is a single national framework that advances this critical technology in one of the most consequential times we're seeing in modern history.
Joe, what everyday Americans may be confused by is the distinction between either there not being enough regulation, in other words, we do not have a federal level framework, but there is a lot of state-by-state regulation, the point that Mr. Sachs was making. What is the real risk, over-regulation or under-regulation in this context?
Yeah, I think there is a fundamental mismatch between the pace of this technology and the rate at which we're trying to regulate this across different states, localities, cities. The issue is this is still a very emerging technology in many respects. It's a horizontal technology that cuts across every sector, vertical industry. You know, there's a question that I think is persisting throughout circles in D.C. in the Valley of, if not America, then who? We are at a moment right now where we're seeing massive productivity gains in key sectors of the economy, to include government itself. And I think it's far too early to be taking an over-regulatory approach to a technology we're still learning a great deal about.
There's two specific areas I want to talk to you about. The first is the use of AI generally in national security and defense. Anthropic is the biggest case study of late, right? And just having returned from DC, the position of many was it is not up to the companies how the government, particularly the defense arms of government, use the technology. Your viewpoint on that, please.
Yeah, I mean, I would say it's the prerogative of any American to express their First Amendment rights, and at the same time, we have systems to affect change. We live in a democratic electoral society. If folks are unhappy with the position of any given administration or a government composition, there are plenty of tools at our disposal to affect change. What I would say is these technologies aren't anything new to the U.S. military or defense circles in general. We've been using machine learning and AI capabilities for decades. Right. And for now, it's starting to get a lot of attention in the media, particularly because of, I think, adjacent stories that have a tendency to get a dialogue moving. For instance, the patchwork of regulatory frameworks and many hyperscalers being caught in that as well. But I would say, in general, there's a dangerous notion of allowing boardrooms and private executives asserting too much influence in systems of government that have clear processes for change.
Joe, we just have 30 seconds, but the pace of innovation in AI agents, genuinely autonomous AI agents, how do you regulate for that?
I mean, I think right now we need to be thinking through a verticalized mindset. There are a lot of platforms, ours included, that are trying to close the delta between generic models trained on mixed quality data and very sensitive enterprise workflows across private industry and government itself. And so I would say applying an over-regulatory approach to agentic workflows could be short-sighted in the grand scheme of the global competitive race.